This Eric and Barry here in Moss Pond was showing you what happened to 9 Lives. We're going to try to explain to you what's going on here. I still don't believe it myself that this gun digested 5 of these Speer Gold Dot 300 grain hollow points, and the last one that we fired cronied 1,842 feet a second. That's hauling ass with a 300 grain hollow point.
Oh yeah.
Out of anything.
And we see the expansion that we got on that.
There's the slug.
Hold it still, Barry. Oh yeah.
Well, the gun fired 9 loads that we thought it would never digest, but it did it. And this is the one that blew her. That is a 454 loaded with a what grain bullet?
We used a 405 grain cast lead projectile sized to 454 with 45 grains of range trash. And the purpose of the video was relatively twofold. One, we were trying to find out if the range sweepings could be used to any positive effect, and also if the odd projectiles could be salvaged and used in a survival type situation. Now I think if we would have used that powder in an actual shot shell with a normal weight charge that a shot shell was made for, then it would be fine. But since we went to such extreme measures, I think that's really what made it pop.
Right. This, even with this explosion here with the action, that it drove that 400 and something grain bullet down the barrel at 1171. That's hauling ass for that weight bullet too. And also, we mic'd the bore of this gun afterwards, and that bore is still the way it started. It's dead on 387, dead on. The bore did not open at all. What amazed me, the front sight never even popped out of it. But this gun, the material's as cheap as you can get. This action is very porous material here. It almost looks like cast iron. But I still don't believe it. I've been shooting guns for over 50 years, and I would have bet this gun would have blown with the 454s. The bottom line is there's nothing you can take off the shelf in here that would blow this gun up. This had to be done just like a high point. We overloaded it. We stuffed it with everything you could put in it, and that's what happened. But there's nothing on the shelf in this shop that would have blown this gun up.
And we also found that, I want to stress the fact that those 300 grain 454 Casuls pack a real wallop, and in a survival situation, an last ditch effort situation,
absolutely,
that thing will kill any dang thing on North America.
Anything that moves, it would kill. Now, if you watch the video in Eric slow-mo, when this action pops, you'll see this casing fly up in the air, and the wind was blowing hard that day. We found the casing laying just like that in Eric's vise, underneath the gun.
Right, and Ray's theory about the piece of the chamber that blew off the top of the barrel like it did, his theory is that it folded forward and actually shot forward at extremely high velocities. If you listen close to the audio in that video, you can actually hear the whizzing of the piece, a whining noise
like
of it whizzing off, yeah. So what we're going to do is probably get out there in the pasture with a magnet and see if we can locate that piece of barrel. And if it's in one piece, we might try some sort of crazy salvaging effort, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Well, now, also you will note the gun, the top of the breech is blown out, but everything works perfectly. The ejector works fine. The hammer and trigger mechanism is still in perfect condition. Let's see how loose this barrel is. We haven't tried this yet. Let's see if it's loosened on the action end. The hinge pin is strained, and it does have a little rattle to it, but that's really not much more than it had before.
Definitely not.
No.
Even at the point of having a full diet of the 454s, I wouldn't recommend a steady diet of the 454s, but more testing we'll find out later. We may get another 410 at some point and possibly try running like maybe 100 rounds of 454 out of it in quick succession and just see if it loosens up any.
But this gun surprised the heck out of me. We named it 9 Lives. The 10th one took her out, but this is a learning process here.
In the name of science.
Right, in the future, we may get another 410 and we'll just run 454s through it and see if it'll digest 50 of them or 100 of them. But, there's old 9 lives, we're putting her in archives.